And we are live. Wednesday night with those guys, and Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by those guys.
Welcome, everyone.
I love those guys.
I love you too. But welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. And as you know, Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
those guys.
And this is where we talk about everything in the drone world and promote the usage of drones. And if the weather has been nice where you are, please let me know how the weather is where you are and if you have been able to get out and fly your drones. Put it in the chat. Guys, let me know how the weather is where you are and if you've been able to get out and fly your drones today. Lawrence, how are you doing on this wonderful Wednesday? It's not so humid out. It's a little
I'm
warm.
good, man. I'm good. I'm feeling, it's feeling summery today. Real summery.
It is. It's pretty good day.
Not too hot, not too cold.
Right?
Yeah, nice and comfortable. I'm doing well. What about you?
I'm good. I mean, I had a few things to do today, and to finish up the live stream and stuff like that.
Did you mow the grass so you can keep an eye out for snakes?
I always keep the grass cut, so
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Hope all you guys are doing well. What's going on with you, seriously? I know
it's going to get hot here pretty soon.
Pretty soon, tomorrow. Shit. A 3-day heat wave.
Okay, we're about to have another heat wave here.
Yeah.
90 plus degrees, feeling like it's 100 and something degrees.
It's okay. I'm ready this time. I got sunblock and AC.
Well, I'm going to be up in the mountains. I'm going to take a break and head to the mountains and see what it looks like up there. Hopefully, being a little closer to the sun, it won't be warm.
I hear you. So you're taking a drone with you, right?
I am, but I'm not sure if I'm going to fly.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'm going to tell you why. Because where I'm going happens to be a state park.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
Like what I have to do to fly it.
Yeah. Don't even bother because we already have enough people flying in state parks.
Well, no, I'm not going to fly from in the state park, but
yeah. Okay.
There's a road and you can fly up, but the trees are so tall that you take the risk. See, like when I flew the park before,
yeah,
I flew it from where you're so like on the other side of the trees and stuff like that.
Okay, I got you.
You get up there because the trees are tall, and you can see pretty good, but it's nice. But I don't want to do that.
Yeah, if it's a state park, I wouldn't even bother. Honest, I mean, do people fly in state parks? Yes, I suppose to. No. Blah blah blah. Leave your drone home and do some camping. That's what you went there for, right?
Well, I got the mini.
Okay, that's true. Fits within guidelines.
I can fly that around my tent.
Yeah, right. That's true. That is true. Well, anyway, welcome to Wednesday night with those guys.
I don't know. I don't think I really need it. I mean, this shit, I don't know. I don't know. I'll see what happens when I'm packing.
Yeah, I hear you. Plus, you got your camera too. You could just take that in a tripod and be out.
Then they'll tell you some rule about putting a tripod up as professional work, and then you need to have a permit.
Yeah.
You know what it's called? Get your hands out of my pocket, New York State.
I know, right?
But yeah.
Anyway, what's up? What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing this week? The weather's nice here in New York. It's.
Well, I asked them to let us know how the weather is where they are.
I haven't been taking attention.
what I
Off
did,
access. What's up, man? I'm sorry I missed you when you said came in.
what I did wanted to mention to everyone was this meetup that was coming up. You know, the Northeast U.S. drone meetup. Yeah, that's coming
Hmm.
up September 5th through the 7th. They will be starting it off with a meet and greet at Snookers. It's a sports bar, and I guess billiards, and yeah, and they got food there too. Yeah,
Yeah, gotta have
it's
food.
a good time. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. And then the
Gotta have
meet
food.
the 6th, the day of the meetup, and they're gonna have a few locations. From what I'm hearing, it's like 15 or more locations. I'm not sure,
Just
but you
got a
can.
notification that we're live on LinkedIn. A little late, 6 minutes late, but I got it.
You didn't hear it from me, but from what I'm hearing, they got like about 15 or more locations. So check it out.
Listen, you mean I'm gonna have to buy some more batteries?
For what?
Huh?
For what?
You can never have enough batteries. If they got 15 well, no, because if we bring the charger, we can fly and charge all day. Bring the
Yeah,
Power 1000.
you can charge all day, and you can actually, if you, well, shoot, if you're flying Maverick 3, we got like about, I don't know, about 8 or 9 batteries for them, right? Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. At 47 minutes apiece. Yeah, in total, I think about 8 or 9 batteries. That sounds about right. But I counted it in my head. Wait, 5, 10. It's 10.
yeah. Okay.
It's 10. All right. Yeah, we
I
can
don't know.
fly all day.
I don't know. I usually just cycle through the same 3 batteries half the time, and then eventually realize the other ones are there. But anyhow, yeah. You see? Did you? Did I know you saw it that the Instant 360, right, had
Oh,
got
yeah. Yes,
ready for the
yes,
summer.
yes.
There
Yes, I
was
did.
a few things that was upgraded on it.
A few
So
things. This
yeah,
thing's
they
got me excited, bro.
really. How
Yeah.
excited does it have you?
Okay. Well, first of all, they have something called adaptive tone. It's supposed to be
Yeah,
help
the
some kind of
adaptive tone.
smarter exposure. It's called an
Hmm.
adaptive tone. It's some
Hmm.
smart exposure, meaning that there's usually um, a native exposure for both cameras. If one camera is at 100 ISO, the other one is at 100 ISO. This adaptive tone will have it so that transitions will be easier. One could be at 100 ISO, the other one could be at 400, depending on the lighting. And through software, it'll also they've made also major changes, but this is available in 8K 30,
Hmm.
5.7K 30, in all 360 video modes. But the kicker that I'm excited about
They're not
is
doing it.
no, they have an updated battery for it you can buy, and then they have an update for the battery that you have to
Uh-huh.
give your
Okay.
battery just that more. In fact, at 5.7K, 24 frames, the battery can now stretch to 208 minutes, up from 185.
Okay.
In endurance mode, this is some new battery mode that's supposed to allow it to not burn the battery as fast in 8K. In
Bro.
8K, you can get up to 2 hours nonstop high resolution recording.
Yeah.
You
Yeah. I
couldn't do
kind
that
of.
before. But the
Wait a
extra
minute.
battery, they have an ultra battery for $40, $49.99, and it lasts nearly 4 hours.
Yeah.
But
You're making me nervous when you keep saying "but" because I'm like, wait a minute, they're not doing that.
hold on. Something that has never been done to a 360 camera, at
What?
least in the Insta 360 series, they
What?
have ND filters now. They have an
Oh,
ND16, a 32, and 64. Now,
what?
for those like Jim's droning, I have an X3. Jim's droning, I think, has a 4 or 5. Anthony Charles and a few guys, I know they have the X5. There's an ND filter coming out for that baby. So imagine what video is going to look like now.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? There's a lot of people actually don't know what ND filters actually do.
Yeah, yeah. Tim Jackson. Oh my God, we got to do roll call before he disappears.
Oh well, we can get to
It's
roll
10
call.
after.
We can get to roll call in a second. I just wanted to bring a couple other things to mind first, but because I was nosing around and I happened to see this.
Oh, Jasper Ellens on DJI's newest action cam, Osmo 360, might be coming early. Just found a European web shop saying that they will have it in stock this Thursday on the 24th.
Because
Interesting. That's
we was
tomorrow.
expecting the 19th, right? Or the 29th. No, I'm sorry,
Yeah, we
20.
were expecting the end of the month, they had
Yeah,
said, around the 29th.
yeah, okay.
That's
Well,
interesting.
let's
Very,
see.
very interesting.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Uh, well, there was some other stuff, but unless you wanted to get into roll call now, I can just mention it real quick.
We could either mention it. We can mention it or do roll call. Either
I'll
one.
mention
Go
it.
with the
I'll,
flow.
I'll, I'll mention it real quick. Here we go. Because Insta360 also had some other stuff that was floating out there, and I know you saw it in the last couple of days from Igor.
Yeah. Who would have thought while DJI was looking down with the Osmo 360, Insta360 was looking up, introducing a product, a project anti-gravity. They have a 360 drone.
Really?
That's what this is. Insta360 drone. The drone is invisible. You cannot see the drone from any view. There's a camera on top, there's a camera
But
on
we,
bottom, and it shoots in full 360. Remember, DJI had the Spear
but
for
then we
Air
do see
2S?
it. But then we just, yeah, I know. Yeah, no,
Same
that was
concept.
Insta360.
Yes, but that's Insta360. It's a drone that
No, I saw
has
the
the.
whole thing. I saw the whole video and everything on it.
I already
But
want one.
but what I'm saying is, I don't know. They said it's
So,
invisible,
for
but
those who didn't believe, a more detailed image of the future drones from Insta360. What do you think? The one on the left, they're coming out with two drones, a Cinewhoop and a 360 camera.
so you're gonna have to know how to. Uh,
Keyframe, you'd have to learn how to
yeah.
keyframe your videos now.
Wow. Is
I've
that something?
analyzed in 360 drone patents. The first photo of their Cinewhoop. It's the
Mm,
key feature is the removable guard for maximum strength.
okay.
Apparently,
Mm,
it's attached to the chassis and not the arms, which means you can take it on and off. I'm guessing
right.
the prop guard,
That's interesting.
so you can fly it as a Cinewhoop
Mm.
indoors, and you can fly it as a Cinewhoop without guards outdoors.
Okay, so this is saying we got 15 people watching,
Okay.
right? I don't know how many is in the chat. I can actually find out how many is in the chat, but
It's hold on. John Olson asks, what do you gain by having a 360 drone? Well, John, having a 360 drone now, when you do a fly through, and you fly through like a doorway,
mhm.
I can take the camera angle while the drone is going forward and swing backwards and look at the doorway going away in one movement because it's all one video, as opposed to doing two different shots or flying through backwards and making it
Right.
look like that. You can go from looking straight forward to looking behind you in a second by just clicking on a button called a keyframe. Your keyframes are your scenes. Some may beg to differ, but that's how it was explained to
Basically,
me.
that's basically the gain on it. Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. Jadoni says the X5 has features for 360, but for non-360 beginners and beginners, like the Avata 2. Let's do
Who
roll call. Let's get
what,
roll call. We're a
what,
little behind.
who said what now? Who said?
Um, Jim Jones says X5 has features for non-360 beginners.
Oh,
There
okay.
are, yeah, it can get very advanced.
The X5. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So where are we
Mm-hmm.
at now? We
Roll call. We can ready to start roll call
who
right
do we
now.
have with us in the house tonight here, Lawrence?
Okay, I'm starting at the bottom, so don't start typing now. It won't help any. But shout, hold on. Shout out to Gary Brant Ariels, my Canadian friend. We need to get together, my buddy. And how would you say?
Hang out.
Yeah, hang out. Jim's droning all the way up in Canada as well. Aerial photography, shout out to him. Boys from Australia, special request, Tim Jackson. Good morning to you, mate, over there, all the way in Australia.
Mr.
Takeoff,
Jackson.
lift, and land. Eldon, representing the
Elton.
Bronx, New York. Shout out to you, Eldon. Hope all is well. John Olson, representing Long Island, Strong Island. Shout out to you, John Olson, getting a little break, sitting back, chilling. Brooklyn, what's going on, man? Hope all is well. He does a lot of testing of equipment and mics and stuff. Warren Akirasho, what's good? Hope
The
all is
show.
well. Um, welcome, Steve from across the pond. SJM Drones and Media. Shout out to you. FTFO Media. How are you
Boom.
doing, sir? Shout out to you. And we're going higher and higher this list here. Off Axis was here earlier. It's probably just listening in the cut. Shout out to you, Marcel. Hope all is well. I said Jim's droning. Let's see who else. Let's go. Who else?
Boom.
Dominic, Northside Hawk, all the way from Australia as well. It is morning time over there. And I think that's about it. Nope.
Okay.
Jody, drone shots. Come on. Barkley, 107 drones, was listening earlier. He was here earlier. And Jody, drone shots. Shout out to you, sir. Thank you for all continuing to come back. I thought Tim was moving back to the USA. I don't think he wants to do that now, Marcel.
Uh,
In fact, Gary probably won't be back down here for a minute too, but for reasons we cannot discuss at this moment. Even USA doesn't want to be in the USA. You're right. There's a lot of people saying that, but
the prices.
I'm going to ride the wave.
The prices is too high.
Yeah, everything's expensive, but like everything else that happens in the world, if you ride that wave, eventually it's got to die down. It's how
You know
long.
what?
It's just how long you can hold on to that fucking surfboard.
I'm gonna show you something that I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what defeats your theory.
What?
There's only but so far you can actually keep putting holes in your belt before you straps around you.
Before it suffocates you.
No, before it goes all the way around.
True, that's true. You can only put so many belts. Lawrence has a lot of there is a lot going on here, but we appreciate you guys that live outside the United States. We're gonna get through this, bro. Trust me. We done made it this far. It's gonna take a lot more than this bullshit to knock us down.
Well, let us
Let's get it moving.
yeah, we got some stuff to talk about here tonight. I don't know how much we want to talk about and how much we don't want to talk about, but there's a few things we do want to talk about. And one of the things that I wanted to get into, I kind of spoke on last week a little bit of, and about it was what 8 days ago. Oh no, yeah, well, yeah, something like that, yeah, something to that effect. That these things came to my mind, but there was last week, like I had said to you, that we saw this article, and these articles that come up about the United States, what is it, Department of Commerce, and
Mm-hmm.
how it officially opened up a Section 232, um, a national security investigation on
Yes.
the drones from foreign nations, the Chinese-made drones. Let's get to the point on that.
Yeah. Let's be blunt about it.
DJI and Autel, because they were named in such said investigation that was to be commenced. Once again, like I said, that I had mentioned last week, I spoke on this, that there was this investigation was open, and we had also spoke on the fact that this was something that DJI had been asking for. and it was something that has been done on DJI a couple of times over, from what I understand. And we did do one story in particular. Excuse me a second. Trying to fix this chair here, and we did a story in particular on where there was an audit done on DJI. But now we get into this section 232, and all along there was talk about national security, and these drones, and the fact that they could be getting information and sending information, and this is why in the we also mentioned about the NDAA, and how sub the subject was also in there for these audits on the drones and their components, to see if they um, or somewhat run if they run any risk to security of the United States. So anyhow, we we all know, and we all were saying that what can be done. So they talk about these audits. They brought up the mention of these audits, but there was a timeline that these audits had to be done by the end of the year, right? And
Yes,
if there was
December
anything
23rd.
found, right, if there's anything found, that they would be put on the coveted list and would not be able to get any more FCC licensing to bring any more of their products into country. And if not, then they would go ahead. But I'm quite sure that after the last five that were done, um, that they know what they're going to find this time. So there was talk about supply chain issues. There was also talk about, now this being launched by the Department of Commerce means that this must run, now the DJI drones must somewhat propose some risk of financial risk to uh, American industry.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about American industry and the drone industry, correct?
Yeah.
That's where we're going, right? Okay. So so they're saying that DJI runs some, that an Autel poses a risk to the American company that produce drones. That's what I'm saying, an economical risk to these companies, because with this section 232, we all know that, like I said, this was something that was launched from the first, and then we learned about it last week. And there's actually a 21-day uh, public comments. So if you give them the link like you did last week, for them to be able to
To
leave
the
their,
drone. Yes, definitely.
and you could also go to the Drone Advocacy Alliance, Lawrence.
Yeah, that's just posted that.
Right. You can also go there. You can. You had the other one from last week, the link that goes direct. You can give them both. But the reason why I bring that up is because it is important for us to make our voices be heard. The thing what is disturbing about this, and under this section 232, with this now, and you remember we talked about them doing audits where they're going to inspect this drone, the drone itself,
Mm-hmm.
components, some sort, and do whatever they have to do, and whatever their findings are, they would be on the covenant list. But we kind of figured we know where that's going, right? So when we look at this and we wonder now, what now this being, you know, this section, like I said, 232, is now part of this Trade Expansion Act I mentioned to you from, was it 1962, believe it or not. So now the once these audits are done, right, and this is what I believe that they're trying to go with this. We'll take, say, like the mini, like the minis usually going for what, like just the drone itself, valued at.
At about say 250.
Well, maybe a little more than that because
Okay,
when
300.
this came out, it was actually about $1,000 for the package with the 3 batteries and the controller and the drone itself. So when you look at that, you say, now you bust it down. Let's say the drone is worth $600, right?
Yeah.
They're saying now with that they can oppose tariffs and anything else without, I guess, the approval of Congress. They can oppose tariffs, right, on
Yeah.
this to bring pricing comparable, if not more, than what this level of drone is going to be sold for here in the United States. So when you look at the Mavic 3 on stuff like that and those type of drones that are selling for say about what 2,000 change with just the drone.
Mm-hmm.
So now its competition is what $8,000 to $10,000 here. They'll
Yes.
impose
It's
tariffs.
closest. It's
Right,
closest competition.
right. They can impose tariffs to bring the price of that drone up here in the United States that you would be paying comparable pricing.
Three
So
minutes to sponsor.
so you may not want to go and buy the Chinese made drone.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I welcome American made products, and I think that the United States does need to, um, you know,
Help
subsidize
broad,
these
help
companies.
broaden the market.
Well, subsidize these companies, but not at this expense because you're not you're not hurting the you're not hurting DJI. You're hurting the American consumer with this.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I think what it is not is a deterrent for the American consumer, and this something like this may and may not hurt the hobby because it could deter hobbyists from buying that drone. And the reason why, like I said, and I said this last week, the reason why DJI gets mentioned is because of how much of the market they monopolize, and the fact that they are the drone of choice.
Mm-hmm.
So here it is, though, you got other Chinese made drones that'll still be coming into the country that are not getting this kind of, this kind of pushback against them. Drones
Right.
from other countries are not getting that. And, it's a shame because I think that the United States could actually learn a lot from DJI, and they probably will once they break it down. And
Right.
it's
I agree with you. My problem is the commerce that's going
Mhm,
to be killed when this goes through. And I didn't say if, when this goes through, because along with that NDAA and all of the stuff that's going on, they didn't just put a rush through to get
mhm,
it done within the next month or so.
mhm.
And if
Well,
they
see,
don't get it done
mhm.
within the next month or so, they're just going to push it under the rug until time runs out.
Well, no, they're going a different route. See, the NDAA would have just from inspections would have gotten DJI on the coveted list, and they
Right.
wouldn't be able to bring any more. They wouldn't be able to get any more FCC
But they
licenses.
knew that would
What
fail.
this is seeking to do is to make you pay more for the DJI drone. See, they can't tell
Mhm.
you can't have it, so
Right.
they'll just deter you from buying it.
Right. By raising the
and with
price.
and with no American company making um
Anything comparable?
with any
one
no
minute
no
till 1 minute till sponsor.
with no American company making drones these, then you'll have to either pay that price or you won't.
True.
And I believe that that's where they're going to go with the drones. I don't think that they're going to just say no, DJI is banned. No, because they would have to look at DJI and lie to them about their product that everybody else, even
What
our other
everybody
agency,
knows.
even our other agency didn't find anything, but now we found something. So
Okay. If
no, so what the yeah, go ahead.
no, it's just to say if you remember, they were audited by 2 or 3 companies already with nothing to
Right.
show. And then the United States said, "Oh, the information's going back to Chinese servers." So what did DJI do? They complied, and now all
No,
of
they
their
didn't.
information goes
No,
to a
they didn't.
server here in the
No,
United States,
no,
and
they
it's
didn't.
still not good enough.
No, they did not comply. It was already going there.
Oh, okay. So they were just forced to do it. You're saying
No,
what? What am I
no,
missing?
no. Well, you want to
What am
make it sound like something was done. Nothing was done. It was already going there.
okay? All right,
They
all right.
said that information was being, and it was already going to those servers.
Hmm. Wow. So without.
Now, here's the thing. I don't know what they can do with these drones that where when you go and you update your drone, because this is another
Mhm.
thing that you go and update the drone, that's where information can be played with because you
True.
have to go online. Now, you said we got a sponsor, right?
Yes,
We'll go
sir.
to the sponsor. We'll go to the sponsor and we'll be right back. For a live stream that talks about everything in the drone world. Tune in every Wednesday night to Wednesday Night with those guys. Those are a nice couple of guys.
Yeah, they're not bad. Not bad at all.
They're
For,
okay.
for most of the time.
Sometimes.
And sometimes until poked like a bear. You know,
No, but
if you poke a bear with a stick, when they tell you in the zoo don't poke a bear with a stick, what happens?
well, I don't know.
You get kicked out of the zoo.
I've never poked a bear.
There you go. There you
No,
go.
but like I said, the 70%, you know, hold on the market that DJI has puts them in the forefront as the guy that's going to take the stones for everybody else. You
But
know,
here's the point I was
because
getting at.
you,
But going with what you were saying, I'm sorry for interrupting, but the point I was getting at was,
mm,
do you believe, like I do, eventually we will be able to buy DJI drones again, but at a much, much higher price?
yes.
So
Um,
by the time the Mavic, so by the time the Mavic 4 Enterprise comes out, we may have
if
the
they make
Mavic.
that.
If right, if they make it, we may have access to that. They're just going to spank us on the hand, and we're paying more.
Um,
Well, we're paying more for it anyway. They're not doing nothing. We're
well,
going to eat the cost.
like I said, I believe that, and you know what they say about what you believe. What you believe could perhaps be true. But what I'm saying to you is that with the whole with the whole thing of they have to get past the other issues that they have with customs first, and that's why, like I said, the whole thing in leaving your comments is very important.
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't get it twisted on this subject, because like I said, I believe that they're going to ask you to pay more for these drones, and it's only as a deter. Because let's face it, you normally could get a little $600 drone to go fly and take pictures and video and stuff like that. You're
Right.
gonna pay astronomical figures for it. I think it's a deterrent, and like I said, I think that with all of the talk that I've been hearing from local municipalities, the government, even we did a story a couple
Uh-huh.
of weeks ago where we're talking about New York was looking for permission from the government to do drone mitigation.
Yep.
You know, I don't know how many times and time I keep hearing that coming up and coming up and coming up. But, like I said, the reason, and I was saying this before, the reason why DJI and Autel is the name that you hear is because of them being capable drones. And what I mean by capable drones is that they are capable of flying in places where other drones can't, flying
Yep.
safely at altitudes and a distance that other drones can't.
And indoors.
Well, regardless of that, I'm just saying to you that, and I mentioned this before, and you've heard it before. You're saying they're flying in stadiums, flying in places where they shouldn't be during TFRs and stuff like that. Nuisance. It keeps coming up. And honestly, from things that I'm hearing,
Yeah.
Those are the reasons why there are so many, and I feel that those are the reasons why there are so many attacks on DJI and Autel. It's mainly DJI because of the capability of those drones, and they know that 9 times out of 10, if not 10 out of 10, that drone is a DJI drone.
Yeah. Yeah. It's right.
You showed a picture 7 years ago at a meetup. 7 years ago, there were
Yeah.
many different types of drones.
Yes, there were. We
Now,
had 3DR
all of those
solos.
people fly
Yep.
DJI.
Yep. Yep. Everybody does now.
You see what I'm
Everybody in
saying to
that
you?
group. Everyone in that photo. You're 100% right about it.
So you get into the car that handles well. I mean, I'm
The
just saying.
car this Sunday when I was in Philly, but when I hung up
Mhm.
from speaking with you and I said I'm getting ready to fly now, after I was up for a while, a police officer came over and I ran into a Ken. I posted it on Facebook. I didn't run in. I could hear him in the background heckling. But to make a long story short, the police officer came over. He didn't say, "What are you doing?" He said, "What brand is that?" And I said,
Mhm.
DJI. He said, "Oh, what's model?" I said, "The Mavic 3 Classic." He says, "Oh, can you still get those here in the United States?" And this was a cop. Now, when Ken saw me, Ken was saying, basically saying, "Oh, you can't fly here. It's illegal." Watch the cops walk over to him and make him land. And the cop walked over and, like I said, asked me what brand. We started talking. So while I'm talking to the cop, I looked around him and smiled at the heckler, at Ken, and kept on talking with the officer. And he was like, "Yo, thank you for the information. I'm going to search those websites you gave. Go check." But it's about DJI. Like you said, 90%, and I would go higher. Fly
Everybody,
DJI.
everybody's flying DJI. Everybody I know was in that
And
picture.
it's not our fault,
You get what works, what
right?
works the best.
People want something reliable. Those people
All I'm,
don't have
all I'm saying
certificates or
to you is
plan
that
to.
all I'm saying to you is that if there was an American company that you know we could go to that had this quality of drone,
Yeah.
I'm there. I welcome it. I am there. But when I see and I hear the talk and I know the things that I see out there, guys doing with some of these drones, and every time you turn on the news, there's some guy flying over a stadium, some guy flying over here, flying over there, and I'm saying to myself, damn, man, I hope that's nobody I know. I believe that that's no one that,
Yeah. Yeah. I know, man. I know. And I know a lot of drone pilots here in New York.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I look at that and I'm like, wow, and then here it is. I don't believe, like I said, I believe that there's no one that comes to this chat, there's no one that I know that's doing that. So it's got to be somebody, but that guy's a hobbyist too, right?
Yeah.
So so what do? They impose more and more and more on the guys who follow the rules, as opposed to the guys that don't follow. That guy's not going to follow the new rule either. If he didn't follow the old rule, you think he's going to follow the new rule?
Exactly. Exactly. You're right about that. You're
Ah,
100% right.
if the guy didn't follow the old rule, he's going to follow the new rule. Yeah, let's make another rule and put on him. I just listen. Let's not go any deeper than this. But that's what they're looking to do, and I just find that to be despicable because I actually saw what was it? It was 8 days ago, right? Homeland Security,
Yeah.
the Homeland Security Committee. They had a,
Yeah.
a hearing on uh, drone threats, and I don't know if anyone else saw that um, hearing, but it got a little dicey, a little funny. I listened to a few people speak. There were uh, about four or five people who asked questions, and there were three guys or four guys, I believe. Yeah, four guys testified. Um,
Yes.
they got into talking. about drone threats and, like I said, and drone warfare, as they called it. Um, they are very afraid of the way that the war was fought in Ukraine with drones from such long range. And like I
Mm-hmm.
said, the capability is what that's what they're worried about. And that's why DJI and all it's get called the capability.
Yeah, true.
They're worried about weaponizing drones being able to be weaponized and them not knowing the difference between friend or foe when it's in the sky. Um, like I said, there was about four guys that testified, and the things that I was listening to, and one of the things that came up in particular was the incident that happened in Jersey. We all remember that with the drones that were supposedly seen in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah,
actually,
the size of
in
cars and
no,
buses and
no, no, the ones that were planes, we know, but there were drones in the sky. There were some drones in the sky, and that they were flying um, legally because
they
that
were
did
flying, for the most part, a majority of the drones were flying
right.
legally, and
That did
some
come
of
out.
them,
That they
go ahead.
no, it did come out that these drones were flying legally.
Yes, yes. And that was the gist of it. And they knew everything that was up there.
Right, exactly. So now, but to those who did not know, you understand, it becomes an issue. So now, when
Hmm.
I've listened to this, and I was listening to Miss MacGyver when she spoke, because she's from New Jersey, and she spoke about these zones, she didn't know. You understand? Her
Yeah.
agency, they don't know
Hmm.
because they're not part of Lance, they're not part of the FAA. They don't know what's going on.
Right.
These agencies don't speak to one another. No one knows. So they see a drone, they see, and they've been taught to be afraid of threat. That's a threat. That's a threat. That's a threat.
Right now, because war is going on and they're
Right.
using drones in war.
So when I listened to that, and I listened to what Miss MacGyver what she was saying and some of the things that was going on in this hearing, and a few of the people, like I said, that testified, was one of them was Hunt, Mr. Church Hunt. Um, uh, these gentlemen were from different agencies throughout the drone industry, I believe, and some of them were just in different agencies that deal with drones. But when they also had what was his name? Tom Walker, the founder of Drone Up. The guy that
Yes.
does drone delivery. So you understand where Mr. Walker's concern and fears are because of his stakehold in drone delivery.
Right. Yeah, of
Okay.
course. It's all about the dollar.
Right. And he had who was it? The What the vice president at Defend Solutions, Mr. Brett Fredson or Federson. I believe that's how his name is pronounced, Federson. And we had your clown prince of clown princes, Mr. Michael Robbins, the president of AU VSI.
Okay.
Your friend.
Thomas Baker says he got the strobe yesterday, Herman.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yes, nice, nice. Yes, glad
okay.
you got it.
Enjoy it.
Yes, yes. Please, now if we can just get Jim's droning to go to the Niagara Falls and catch a box we send downriver, because
I actually sent that out again too. I
is
wrote
the
on the
postal
side.
service working properly now,
I
Jim's?
wrote on the side of the box, "Deliver, don't send back." The box is beat from me peeling off their labels that they keep sending it back with.
I know, man. I know. It was the postal thing. I hope the postal service is working again, man. Because I
You know,
we've never had a package this long. You know that? And we've never had a package come back twice. That's a record, Jim. So far you broke the record. He said if you get it, yeah, frame the box, bro, because that box has been through a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's barely holding the products in there still. I just
Yeah,
keep peeling
right.
the labels off, and some of the brown keeps coming off with it.
Well,
No, but
let's put fingers crossed this one makes it across the border. Since they're studying so hard on stuff coming in, maybe it'll make it there. Who knows?
yeah, you're only watching the stuff coming in,
Right,
not the
right,
stuff
right. So
going
there's
out.
a better chance, you know. There's even better chance now. At least we hope, bro. Seriously.
So let
At
me
least
ask
we
you
hope
this:
so.
so if I go to Canada, right, and buy a Mavic 3 and walk over the border backwards, I should.
we Canadian Post is
No,
back to normal. Their motto is "We're not happy until you're not happy." Gary said. Yo,
yeah,
you guys, we thought we had it bad here in the States. Oh my goodness, the Postal Service. Eh,
no. But seriously though, back to the this thing here with this Homeland Security. I
yes.
just found that it was quite interesting that some of the things that was being spoken because when I listened to these gentlemen speak, they spoke to the expertise and they spoke to the need for, and I'm going to say it again because I mentioned it earlier that New York was seeking the ability to it, and even Miss MacGyver was saying that she was hoping that they prioritize that the ability. They all want to prioritize the ability for someone in local, state, um, to be able to use drone mitigation of some sort
Right.
to either take down drones, move drones out of the area, something.
Mm-hmm.
There are
Disable
they all
them.
mentioned right. The same. They all mentioned that there were many tools, and some of them have training in it. Uh, gentleman from AUVSI, he mentioned that they deal with many companies that have equipment for it.
Mm-hmm. And
I
they're still
just,
building stuff.
yeah, well, I understand that. But, guys like Mr. Walker, and he spoke to the risk that some of these drones that we have flying in air. And the one thing that I did get out of it was the fact that they don't believe, from what I'm understanding from the terms that they were speaking, that um, remote ID is working for them
Yeah.
because yes, you got clearance to fly and everything like that, but they're saying that they don't know who you are. So that tells me that they're not um, familiar with the things that would help them identify these drones, or either that or remote ID is not working. So,
You know what's funny?
mhm.
I believe remote ID was designed so we could test it for them. Now that this situation
in,
has come up,
in
now
what way? I don't
in what
understand.
way? By getting everyone to conform to remote ID and register your
Mhm,
drone, sign your drones, they could
mhm.
test all the equipment under the sun on us to see if we can be seen. Like you said,
Well,
remote ID is
well,
not working, and it never
well,
did. But
well, well,
we followed, and we listened.
well. I get where you're going. And that and for everything is a case study.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Everything's a
true.
case study in the world today. So yeah, I get what you mean, but yeah, but everything's a
Copper
case study, and it's
Faces, I
the same.
thought that's what remote ID was all about. Right,
Right,
right.
right,
It was supposed to
understandable,
be. They dropped the ball.
understandable. No, what I'm finding from listening to these people speak, that they're not aware of that is in place, or they're not aware of how it's working. Because if you remember from the hearing, if you listen to the hearing or watch the hearing,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the gentleman from AUVSI, Mr. Robbins, he made it his business to point out that many of these drones that you see flying over places, and they mentioned how many drone flights that they believe were illegal and how many that were the
Mm-hmm.
FAA claims that took place within a period of time. So when they get into that and they start talking, and he mentioned that how many of these drones that you see are DJI drones, a company from China named
Yep.
DJI.
Yep. Yes.
And just a few months ago, they removed the geofencing from their drones. He
Right.
didn't tell Homeland Security that no one has geofencing on their
Right.
drone.
Right. He said
He's
DJI
just
took
saying,
it off their drones, and this is
right,
why people are doing what they're doing
and
now.
he's saying that the drones that you see are DJI drones, and they're not necessarily being flown by commercial pilots. They're from anybody that can buy them off the shelf at Walmart and different places and Amazon, and go and fly them in places and do things that are bad. That's what he said.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So if you guys get a chance to watch that hearing, watch that hearing.
I
That's why
put
I
it in the
always tell you
chat. I
guys
put
to
it in the
protect
chat a few
yourself,
times. It's a
protect your
little
hobby.
lengthy, but they're some of these guys are lying for the check, and you can see it. You see they're reading their scripts the way they're supposed to read their scripts, and they're agreeing the way they're supposed to agree. And you say, "Wow, that's just a crock of shit." They
The,
just want
the,
to hang them.
yeah, well, the things that come up and it came up in this thing, and like I said, they're not happy with remote ID. I don't think it's working the way they
Yep.
wanted it to work. Some of the things that that I was hearing in this thing with this hearing, um, with the Department of Homeland Security, that the one gentleman, I believe he was, what state was he from? A congressman. He had proposed this new bill because he was saying that how local municipality and how even the police at the Capitol, I believe they're not capable of shooting down or taking down. Well, I shouldn't say shoot down, but mitigate drone flight. Right now, the Department of Defense, the Department of Justice, the Department of Homeland Security, and the Department of Energy are the only ones who are
Mm-hmm.
allowed to mitigate drone flight, and
Yes.
for good reasons. And for good reasons, because of what it could jeopardize with the Department of Energy. Also, they also there's an installation that you're talking about when you say different places like that. These are places that have private security. You
Right.
know, uh, different places of infrastructure or private security. So you know how you're talking about private security, local authorities, everybody getting involved now, expanding the level of drone mitigation, because you're going to have to start out with monitoring on the your security level and
Yes.
expanding the mitigation to now the police department, who can and who can't. It's the same thing with the taser. Some
Mm-hmm.
guys do, some guys don't. You know,
Yeah. Pretty much.
I don't. You know, I don't want to see that. What is it? 3334. I don't see the
Yes.
bill pass, but I think it may because of some of the things that I see what they're really, really worried about. And now to even see now the proposal of Mr. Walker once again, Mr. Walker proposed something to the effect of, and this was interesting because we did hear that this was coming when we did hear about remote ID in the beginning. But
Yep.
what he was talking about is a digital flight authorization service. Now, what that is it has the information on the pilot, it has the information on the drone,
Mm-hmm.
and the information of why you need to fly
Yes, yes,
before that drone can take off.
and one more thing. While you are in
Those
the
are
air,
the
those are
things
the
that's what they want to know.
three primary things. But there's one more thing. Upon access, upon request, they can look at the photos in your drone to see if they're nefarious or not. So keep that in mind. This is
These
what and where
what
they're
the
going. This is
yeah.
happening. It's going to happen. They just
This is
have to
what they're
sign the
talking.
paper. Yeah.
This is what
They just have,
that what they're talking with Homeland Security about.
yes, yes, yes.
And everything seems to be kind of getting mixed together because they also speak to the fact of having things done indoors just to get away from drones. They're that afraid of guys flying over venues, flying near venues, solely because no one knows what you are doing. And that's the thing. And if they
It's
have
true.
TFRs and guys are still flying them, they mentioned the plane that got hit in California during the fires. They mentioned the issues that happened with the Texas issue with the plane, the helicopter in Texas with the fires, or with the floods. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Um, they mentioned New Jersey. They are
Hmm.
afraid of this type of activity.
Big Matt said he's going to his drone to spot sharks.
You know, they're afraid.
What's up,
And
Big Matt?
when I listen to this talk, and they talk about having the Olympics, the World Cup, and stuff like that in domes, because
Right. Yep.
we know guys are gonna fly their drones over it. Like you just
Yeah.
like
We
seriously, you can
we
step
know
over.
this, Herman, for coming close to almost a decade now. We've been doing live streams, not quite, but almost a
Well,
decade. We've been telling people that they don't want you flying your drone around the Super Bowl. I mean, we're a small live stream and all, but there are other people out there saying the same
somebody
thing that
always gets caught.
yes, somebody, a handful of people always get caught. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is what it is, though. It is. You know.
Mhm.
Um, will be good. There will be bad. They balance each other out.
That's what it is.
Well,
I
I'm
just
trying. I'm trying to sound optimistic, but you know honestly how I feel.
uh,
You
I
really
hear
know
you.
how I feel.
No, I hear you. I just think that it's quite interesting
We
that you
see you.
have
We see you. We see you.
it's quite interesting that you got these guys now, and they're coming after and they're proposing new bills, another bill, another bill, another bill, another bill, and everyone wants their state and local police now to be able to do drone mitigation. Fun.
That's
Uh,
true.
what is it? Louisiana passed the shit without even being able to do it.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. That is true. You
They
know,
said, "The hell with it. We just gonna do it."
we got 1 minute till sponsor and FPV corner.
You know what? Let's go to our sponsor and go straight to FPV corner after that. All right?
Okay. All right. All right. We can do that.
Let's
We'll
do
be
this.
back with FPV corner after the sponsor.
Jonah there. If you're Part 107 and you're looking to scale your operations, you just want to get out and do all the work and leave all of the office work to someone else, and Jonah there is for you. Place where you can find tools to make you a more knowledgeable pilot, then Jonah there is for you. If you want a place where you can book appointments, find new clients, then Jonah there is for you. There's a link in the description. Check it out. Jonah there. It's for you.
Okay. There we go. There we go. Now, this is the part
And
of the
we
live stream where we change things
have a
up a little and don't talk so much DJI and other stuff, and it's called the FPV Corner. we'd like to welcome M Drone One, Mark
What's going
Fisher.
on?
What's up?
What's happening, guys?
What's going on?
Herman and Lawrence, some of the best guys out there. I'm telling you right now. I'm honored and thankful, man, to be on your show.
Thank you.
Guys, guys are amazing, man. I'm telling you now. It's
We
always
appreciate
always
you.
a pleasure to be in your presence, and not only that, especially when we get to really meet up face to face. That's always a good time.
Oh yeah,
Yes, yes,
we
definitely.
should be
Well,
up there in September.
yeah, we will be up there
Yes,
in
yes, I'm
September.
looking forward to that, man.
By hook or crook, we're gonna be there.
Yes, indeed. That
Even if
sounds
I take a
great.
scooter.
And I'm actually in the I'm at the projects that I grew up in.
Uh-oh.
Prospect
Okay.
Okay.
Heights. Yeah, I was just inside this building here setting up to do a shoot with some of the
Uh-huh.
kids here. My brother does some programming with the kids,
Okay.
he gets them off the streets and that. He's been doing it for decades, man. And he's just
Okay.
helping to give back to the community. And so
That's
we're
good. That's
shooting
good.
we're shooting a PSI basically for them.
Okay. I
Yes,
That's
want to
good.
indeed.
welcome you. I wanted to welcome you to the FPV corner. It's nothing special. We get like a little 15-minute, 20-minute segment where we
Yep.
try to feature FPV pilots or people who fly FPV. And I
Yep.
know that you went from camera drone into flying FPV, so this makes you kind of special due to the fact that we've known you as a camera drone pilot. But
Yes.
I think your FPV work is better than your camera drone stuff. Now your
Oh,
editing, your commercials and stuff, those are tight. All of that's tight, but your FPV flying, I like more.
well,
Uh-oh.
Lawrence, I truly appreciate that, and I have a huge appreciation and for the FPV world,
Uh-huh.
right? Um, that's so when I first seen FPV was during I was in New York City actually. I was in New York City and I was at the New York City Drone Film Festival. I was one of the uh, lead actually photographers for the New York City Film Festival, and I seen these guys. They all had these goggles on, and they just were like, I was like, what is going on here? What is that? And when I ever seen how they were flying like straight towards the wall and then straight up the building, and I'm like, what the heck? That's real flying, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
So I'm like I said, I'm honored to be on the show, but wait, and I don't want to be um, sort of a fake. I still don't fly um, um, acro.
acro.
Okay.
I don't fly acro. I and I'm gonna tell you why. Now, what I look at for FPV, it's first person view. It's somebody that
Yeah,
has goggles on, right?
yeah.
Now, I think the next step up is DJI made it easier, of course, because
Hmm.
you can fly these Avadas and all this and that, and it still be stable, right?
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
I think it was a good introduction to the FPV world to have that full cinematic shots. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Where I'd be cracking a thousand times if I wanted to fly through a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm not. There's some guys that do it. I mean, they're just amazing. And I
Yeah.
give them all the respect because that's some real flying. You guys like Herman and I seen you guys flying. Lawrence, I see you
Well,
flying like killing it. You know what I
well,
mean?
I started. It was well, Herman doesn't fly, but he has flown the Avata. I fly FPV
You
because I
fly
started out
PV.
flying. I started out flying acro.
Wow,
And
wow.
actually, there is something called horizon mode or stabilization mode that if you get
Okay,
a little topsy turvy, you can hit the switch and it'll level off. But I
okay.
never used it. I always fought my way out of it. If I was upside down or disoriented, we found a way out. Now, I agree with you that DJI did a world of help by introducing people to the cinematic part of FPV.
Right,
But
right.
Crow, I respect you for saying that. Not many people are saying, and I see it. We're video editors. We see it. We know
Yeah,
when you're flying in acro and when you're not.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So my world is all about, like, I got into this because I wanted to make money, right?
Yes.
I mean, I don't care if I don't fly a drone.
John
I'll have a
Coopy
camera
says
in my
go
hand.
full acro. You,
What's that?
you heard- John Coopy says go full acro.
I would love to. You know what? Um,
Right into the
it.
side of the park.
I think there was a stage of when now you see the full acro taking place in cinematic shots now, even more so than
Yes.
before, right? So, I mean, right now, would I fly an Arvada in acro? Heck no,
But see,
because
okay,
because
that's
of the
all right.
situation right now with DJI.
Especially with I feel you. I you're right.
You know what I
You're
mean?
right.
I'm not
Yes,
getting. I won't have a second chance. I do not have. So as of now, I don't have carry fresh because that's
You
done away with, as we know, right?
you know what? I'm getting
for
custom
now. For
bubble wrap
now.
suits for my drone.
For now, Herman and I honestly believe that when this is all over, we'll be buying DJI drones, but instead of spending 2,500, we're spending about 4,000, 5,000 for them. But listen, I wanted to show your
Without
fly
the
through real
batteries.
quick. You have a fly through that you sent me. Now
Yes, sir.
this is a one shot. We've been trying to get people to send in one shots, and they send in a one shot, and just as you go through the door, transitions. So that's not a one shot.
Now,
A
there's no
one shot
transition.
is
The
from
only so let me
beginning.
let me
Yeah,
make a quick comment. The only time, and it was fluent. The whole trip was fluent, but the whole time I just went to one camera where it caught the Avata. This was the Avata one
the
going through
Avata
the
going through
tire.
the
I wanted to
tire,
make a
through
cameo
the
of the
tire.
drone.
Yeah, just wanted the Avata going through the tire, but it
Yes,
was a one shot, so
absolutely.
that's all it was. So give me a second. I'm going to cue it up right here. Those of you who don't have Mark Fisher's YouTube. He doesn't put a lot of stuff up there, but go by and support him anyway. Um,
Appreciate that.
hey, you do some good work here. I just
Thank
have
you
to
so
share
much,
it.
man.
I have to share it. I like how you edit, and I could tell you enjoy editing very much.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
this is a one shot auto body commercial you shot.
Yes, 47,000 square feet.
And this is the spot, and all of the fly throughs that you've done. I'm gonna let you know right now with throttle control, you can do the same thing in acro.
Yes, sir.
So have the way you have faith going through these windows and stuff, you have that same faith going through. But like I said, until DJI get back in order, um, we need to lay low. So this is your shot right here. Now it
This is
looks
it
still,
Yeah.
where I just used, yeah, I used another camera just to catch that shot. But
right,
that had to
right.
be done. That timing had to be done too. You know.
I
Yes,
like that.
definitely. But
I
the
like
fly
that.
throughs, this is a great example. This is a big ass garage.
It is. And the reason why I sputtered up a little bit because attention deficit people.
Yes. It's that 6 second rule.
Yeah. So I
It, it,
sputtered up a little bit just to, of course, I was flying at times pretty fast.
yeah,
I stayed in that garage learning that whole route for a while before I flew it. It took me 3 times to fly it without crashing.
get
The
out.
third
That's
time was the
good.
charm.
That's good, bro. I like this ending right here because he dude opens the door, color transition, and dude
And
right
then you
here
got
looks
this
like
one spot going at the end.
don't hit me.
That's
But
a paisan right there. Forget
you
about it.
cleared this, and it went into the outro pretty good there.
Like that.
And
Thank you, bro.
that's what I mean about knowing how to edit, and you could see if somebody was flying that in you could see if somebody was flying that in acro or
Yes.
stabilized mode or well non-acro. But
Right.
you do good work. I know you do good work. All it. I haven't seen
I,
you put out garbage.
I appreciate that. It's a lot of years, and I'm gonna tell you right now. like when I first started. Of
It
course, I
shows.
started
The experience
flying
shows.
camera drones 14 years ago, Phantom One days. I
Mhm.
didn't. I waited so long before I told anybody that I. I mean, it was about 4 years, and those 4 years, I was learning about cameras, drones, this, how to do aperture, shutter speed, IS. You know what I mean? IS, all that. You know, shooting in
Yeah,
this, shooting in that. Like I didn't even want to tell people I did it because I didn't want to come at them and say, "Oh, I could do this and I could do that." I wanted to make sure I knew what I was talking about and doing.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Everyone
so
said great video. Everyone loved the video in the chat. Go by
perfect.
and show Mark's channel some support. I
There's a
know
link
he's
in
a
the
busy
description.
man. What's that, Herman?
There's a link in the description.
Yes, there's a
Thank you,
link in the
bro.
description for his Instagram and his YouTube. I put the link to his YouTube channel in the chat as well. We
Put the
we
link to the
just
Zulu Nation too.
okay. So, shout out to the Zulu Nation. One question I wanted to ask you real quick, diversing from the FPV corner. How are you feeling? Because I heard you had got banged up a little car accident while
So
filming a commercial or something.
so I was on a shoot. I was in the parking lot of an auto body shop. I was
Uh
sent
oh.
my our client, and I was getting ready to shoot a truck coming down. Some kid who works there got in a car, a Mercedes Benz, didn't look in his rearview mirror. I don't know why he didn't check the sensors or if the car didn't have some. It was a Mercedes Benz. He just threw it in reverse and backed right into my back. My back
Wow,
is right now all black and blue. I'm lucky to be alive. I'm gonna tell you right now. Had he didn't
wow.
stop, I don't know what you know. I don't know what would have happened, but I'm back at work right now, man. I ain't playing.
I see that.
You,
I see
you
that.
should see the car.
I just wanted to mention that because when you had mentioned it to me, I didn't hear anything about it
Yeah, no,
until,
yeah.
until
I
you
didn't
mentioned
really
it.
put it out there. I had shit. I shared it in my group, Rhode Island Drone Meetup, but like I took it down because it's gonna get messy legally and stuff like that. So I don't want to just put everything out there. I just
That's
want it on the DL, right?
that's
But
true.
like
No, right? You did the right thing.
yeah,
You
yeah,
did the
and
right
and
thing.
and it's fine. I know you guys support, and I know you guys have a heart. So I mean, it was scary, man. I got right out of there. I didn't go in an ambulance. I didn't call the police. I got right out of there because it was really scary, man.
Hmm.
And then just seeing your life pass before you, kind of.
Well,
You
listen,
know?
what projects are you working on now? You said you're about to do a shoot now.
I'm about to do a shoot for my brother. My brother, we grew up in this projects, and so we've been
Yeah.
doing programming here, my brother especially, for years now, decades actually.
You.
Hmm.
We always give back to the community. This is a housing projects, and it's low income, of course.
Right.
Poverty. There was a lot of violence here, a lot of deaths, we've seen a lot. As a matter of fact, in this same projects, I got shot twice. Um,
Okay.
so. Um, a lot happened in this program. So we want to give back, and that's how we've been on that tip for a long time. And so my brother's got a program with the kids right now, and they do a thing on prevention. So we're shooting a PSA that the kids actually did some spoken word over, and now we're gonna do the video for it.
Nice, nice. Well, listen, I'm gonna
Good.
let you get back inside, man, because I know you're a busy man, and straighten that back out and walk even straighter, man.
I gotta
So
get it
there's
ready for
only
when you guys come down. I know
two.
when that the new True New York comes out, man. Listen. I gotta get ready for y'all.
There's only one thing.
One thing, Herman
You're
said.
on your phone, right? I don't think you can access the private chat on your phone.
Yeah, you can't see the private chat in your phone? Oh,
Um,
we had sent you I had sent you a chat saying we see you or something. Probably not. I don't
It's
think
I
so,
probably
Herman.
don't. Hey,
No.
listen, I
yeah.
can be technical as anything, right? When it
Okay,
comes
we
to
need
setting up a
before you
camera, but
go.
when it comes to
Hold
this
on.
like streaming stuff, I really just got in the game on the first South Florida drone meetup. I never even knew there was other drone pilots out there. I never
Hold
knew
on.
about YouTube.
Before
I'm not even joking. I'm serious. Like I
Hey,
knew there was
Mark.
drone pilots out there, but what I'm saying is I didn't know these type of shows where you
Mhm.
guys are just so knowledgeable and just and the greatest part about that is that you guys share that. You share
Thank
the
you.
news. You share,
Well,
and that's a hard job.
we appreciate it.
No, no, you
It's out
deserve
there.
all of that, man. I'm not joking. I'm not saying that. Not trying to blow sunshine up your skirt.
Well,
But
quick question before you go. We want to have a quick giveaway before you go. Do you
Well,
have
that's
access to Messenger on your phone at the same time?
I don't think so. I think if I flip this up, I'm gonna lose. Oh,
Okay, try this. Try going to Messenger and coming back here.
let
Because
me
if you
see.
go to Messenger, you can pick a number.
So, are you there?
We still
yeah,
hear
we
you.
here.
We still hear you. And if you can go to Messenger, I have my chat open in Messenger. If you can give
All
us a
right.
number between what, Herman?
Oh, I did it. I did it.
Okay,
I'm
hold
back.
on.
I
Now,
went to Messenger. Yep.
all
Okay,
right,
yeah. Go to
listen
Messenger and
closely.
give Lawrence a number between one. What's the number? Who we got 20
We got
watching?
20.
Between
Okay, go to
1
Messenger and
and 50.
give him. Oh, okay, hold on. All right, let's get that right now. So give you guys a number
Yeah,
between what
1 and 50.
1 and
1 and
50.
50.
And we're giving
Mhm.
away a drone strobe. So
Giving away some
you go
strobes.
there, put it in
Okay.
Messenger.
All right,
Nobody
I'm gonna
put
put it in
numbers
Messenger
in.
right now.
Okay, nobody put any numbers in until he's back on and I say I've got the number. Okay, I see the number, Herman. Give me a
There it
second. I need
is.
to go to the
Got the
chat.
number?
I've got it. You can come on back on camera. I
Okay.
got you live. I got the number starting now after I put the
Let's
word
go.
now. Here it
Let's
is. Under
go.
the word now, it started. Between 1 and 50. Keep going, guys.
1 and 50. Hey,
1 and 50.
as the guys are trying to catch
Stop
that
right
number,
there. Stop. Bingo, bingo. We got a winner out the
got a
box.
winner already?
Number 7, Gary Brant Ariels. Was that
Ah,
your
Can
number?
nice.
can
Yes.
we not
Congratulations,
send stuff
Gary.
to Canada?
What happened?
Can we not send stuff to Canada? All the,
Hey,
Can- all the
Hey,
people
as
in
long as they
Canada,
hey,
send us a
please.
Mark.
Mavic 4 back.
Mark, we're trying to get Jim's droning a
I
box for
got
like
you, Gary. Don't worry
6
about it.
months now. They keep sending it back. They keep sending it back, bro.
Hey,
But listen,
hey, 6
I'm gonna
months, you could have walked it to him.
I threw it over the border.
Yo, it's perforated cardboard by now because
Hey,
if you look at it for me peeling when they slap another label on it and send it back, I peel it off and it tears off some of
you
the
know you
card.
do. You get a drone. You go as many miles as you can with that drone. Land it. Then give it to another guy. He puts it on a drone. Then he.
Well, listen, congratulations, Gary. We got to let you get back
Congratulations,
to what
Gary.
you're doing,
Grant
bro. Thank you
Ariels.
for coming on. Huh?
Thank you so much. Hey, listen.
Thank
The
you.
only thing I'm gonna say right now is, so what they say about Pawtucket, where I grew up, in this
Uh-huh.
housing project, they say that Pawtucket accent sounds like they from Brooklyn.
All right. Is
I don't
it?
know how much of that is true, but
Well, we know you from the Bronx.
me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not from the Bronx.
Where are you from?
I was born right here in Pawtucket, Rhode Island,
Yeah. Right there.
I,
but I hung out in the
I
Bronx a
I
lot.
swear I saw you in the Bronx one time somewhere.
You might
Yeah,
have, man.
That'd be a
It
yo.
would have
great
been right over there at Hunts
competition.
Point.
Oh no, I'm talking about a piece of cardboard.
Oh
You know, back
yeah.
in the day.
Oh yeah, that was my days. That's exactly when I was hitting New York. I stay in the Bronx, Rocksteady Crew and all them. Zulu
Listen,
Nation,
we gotta move on with this, man. Thank you for coming on.
peace,
We
bro.
Thank
appreciate
you.
you.
I'll see you
We'll
guys in
see you
September. Peace
in
out.
September. Yes,
All right.
definitely.
I'll see
Thanks,
you
man.
then.
We love you.
Yes, sir. Love you too, man. Peace.
Our peace.
That was fun.
Okay, that was good. I'm sorry we went a little long, but Mark,
Gary, we got you, Gary.
congratulations, Gary. That was the fastest I've ever seen anyone win a drone. Now, if you can just open up Jim droning box and put it in there with his.
Them sorted. I know. I sent it already.
I know. You sent it this morning. Hey,
That's what
Lon,
I'm gonna
what's up?
start doing. I'm gonna start whenever I got Canadian people who win. I'm gonna put
Happy
them all in one
anniversary,
box
Gary.
and let them sort it out in Canada and give it
Gary
to
and
you. You wanna know?
Gary and Vicky's 37-year anniversary. Happy anniversary to you, Gary. Tell
Oh,
Vicky the same. Yes. Congratulations on that.
it's happy anniversary.
Yeah,
Gotta
yeah.
I gotta check the
Yeah, so
Gary one.
that's
Gary,
what's up. He
yeah, I
won
gotta
his
check.
strobe and going out to dinner.
Uh-oh, look out.
Yeah, right. Watch out, Gary. Have fun, Gary, man. Seriously. Waypoint,
Yes,
what's up,
Gary, have
man?
fun. Waypoint. What's good, man? Angie, how you doing? Hey, God bless America. What's going on, man? I didn't see him. I did, but I forgot to say what's
Yeah,
up.
there's a few people, quite a few people.
Yeah,
Happy
while you were
anniversary
talking, I
on the
was
old
trying to hit
Viking.
people up in the chat.
All right,
Oh,
that was fun. I went a little too long with it. I'm sorry
that's all
about
right.
that.
That's all right. But you know what's going on, Lawrence? Your good old people, Joby Aviation, is doubling up the eVTOL production. Now, remember I told you we had guys at the testifying with Homeland
Mhm.
Security. Our junk gotta fly. Forget about them kids.
Yep,
Our
yep,
junk, our stuff's gotta fly. Fuck them kids, man, with them toys. We
yep.
got
They don't do not give a damn.
so what they're saying is they doubling them up. They're doubling up on productions over there at their two facilities in California and in Ohio. This is for for Toyota actually, which happens to be one of their long term investors. Was
Yes,
it's the biggest investor with them is Toyota,
right.
and they happen to be ramping up because they're getting ready for this eVTOL taxi air taxi thing that they seem that they're pushing for.
Yep.
Um, you know, Joby seems to be the name you need to know if we're going to move into that world, then Joby is the name you're going to need to know because
Along with Archer
yeah,
and
because
a few others.
they right now they've done demonstrations of flight right here in New York.
Yep.
Um, they've done demonstrations of flights, like I said, right here, and they actually have um, a contract, believe it or not, with the government of Dubai. They announced that they have a definitive agreement with them, believe it or not, with the government of Dubai.
Can I
So,
answer Waypoint real quick? He was
uh,
saying also that Archer thinks the defense will end up being their main part of their business. And without typing, I could say it faster. I believe that also because the U.S. military has already ordered 6 Archer midnights for testing,
right,
for carrying staff around. So that's a strong
right,
possibility,
because it's
Brian.
bigger than what they're using right now.
Yes, right, right. So as a passenger transport, that's what they claim. But you take a passenger transport and you put a few guns on it, and what do you
And
have?
it would have to maneuver a little bit more sophisticated.
A little better than that, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
as far as officers, they're talking more along the lines of officer transport. So I don't think you would see them on the front lines. You may see them shuttling people around bases or from base to base or from an airport to a
Yeah,
base, something like that along
same
those
way
lines.
the same way United and them plan to use them.
Right. Now with Joby, what's cool about Joby is they were boasting about this increase in production since last week. I had saw it last week, and I thought it would be. It's funny that you saw the story also
Well,
on
yeah, I
on
did. We just didn't have space for it last week, and I just said let me
yeah.
throw it in because it's along the lines of where we're going and what we're doing, what we're talking
Hmm.
about. Because, like I said, the Homeland Security spiel and testimonials that guys were doing over there were just making way for their industry, and they need to be able to have you know the police take down stuff to it could be in their way. And I told you this before.
Hmm.
Even even the police themselves, with some of the things that they want to do with first responders, that they've already implemented here. on gunshots and other things.
Yeah.
Chula
Here in
Vista.
New York, yes.
Chula Vista's been doing it for a few years now,
Yep.
dispatching drones as a first response
Chula Police Department was one of the
before they
first. We
were on
did
the
a
ground.
story on
Right,
it.
they were the first.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
were the first.
And
You
everyone
know,
watched their model. They actually went to a few expos and showed how it
I
helped.
actually, I actually saw the drone dispatch from the 71st
Right, because
while I
they
was
have one right
driving
near
by.
you. Yeah.
While I was driving by, I
Yeah.
seen it pop up over the top of the roof and take off.
Mm-hmm. So it is working. And now think about this. If you
And
guys are
they're still flying DJ.
yeah. Yeah, and I want to say
No,
something
hold on a second.
talking
Hold on a second.
huh?
I need to say this because a lot of people don't understand it because when they see the news,
Yeah.
you see them with the Skydio drones,
Mm-hmm.
them's photo ops.
Yeah,
The
I know.
drone that took off from
It
the
was a
roof
DJI drone.
was the DJI drone. All right, they're still using the DJI drones. Don't let them fool you.
Yes, that's true. And I wanted to point out something along with the Drone Advocacy Alliance and a bunch of other people that have commented on the
Mhm.
impact. Well, we're going to get into that story in a little while, right? The impact of drones, uh, losing DJI, Herman.
Well, no, we mentioned
Okay,
already
okay,
on like talking about the whole commerce thing. They're looking at
yeah,
how economically a DJI affects American drone industry.
mm-hmm,
That the American drone industry that doesn't exist.
right,
I mean, from what we understand and know with the United States drone industry, they want to make war machines. They're not.
from
They're not looking to
yeah,
do what GI does.
according to the commercial that the U.S. Pentagon made, yeah, it showed that everything from the Dragonfly to the Anafi something. They had a bunch of them that blew. They had a bunch of military drones that they're using already,
Yeah,
and just a matter of time
they're
before they
looking for
start
war
using swarm
machines.
technology, huh?
They're looking to make war machines. And swarm technology is what they're actually afraid of. But yeah, in
Who do you
the
think's doing all the testing for the swarm technology? All these drone light shows. That's some of the best drones swarm technology out there. Take a drone light show, make the drones dance and do what you want in flashlights. You can make it do the same thing infiltrating a building.
you know
Watch.
in the Drone Advocacy Alliance, when you go in and take action, the U.S. Demand clarity for customs and border protections. I would actually put something in there. Put remarks in that as well as leaving your comment to you gave them the direct comment link, right?
Yes, yes. And I still have the Drone Advocacy Alliance up here. Give me a second to recopy link. Hold on.
Yeah, that's what I would
Because
fill
this
out.
is the simplest way to complain and well, not complain, but please go here. Can I just show the page real quick, Herman, if you want,
Sure.
if we got time? This is the drone advocacy page that I put the link to in the chat. It says to choose your drones, take action. And what'll happen is when you open this up, a questionnaire, there's certain things that you can click on. Tell the U.S. Congress to complete the drone security analysis for DJI. Support the Drone Act. All of these things I click on, and like I'm in New York, so it'll show New York. So if you're in California, it'll go to your California congressman, etc., or California representatives. Go there. Even you FPV pilots, we got to go there and fill that stuff out. No cursing, please. Everything that has a curse on it, or you dumb, hey, bleep, 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 bleeps, they take that as a negative, don't even count it. So even something write something even half intelligent. It's I support this act, or I don't support what the government's doing.
Right.
Something, and you'll get
And
an email. Yeah,
honestly, I feel that you should don't do it anonymously. Just
yeah,
just
yeah.
do it as who you are, especially if you have a
Especially if
business.
you're a drone pilot or business.
Especially if especially if you have a business and stuff like that. Now, the hobbyist side of it, I encourage you the most to do it because of the simple fact is the industry comes from you.
Mm-hmm.
The industry was given birth hobby.
Right, due to hobbyists.
And I put it plain and simple, and I explained this to someone else, and this is how I say it. The hobby proved it. Now they want to take it from you to do what they
Right,
please.
right.
So protect the hobby, protect yourself, but leave your comments on this. And like Lawrence is saying, don't curse. Just give a good, honest way you feel about
And right.
the situation, and just let them
Even
know.
if right, even if you're thinking about starting a drone business or not starting a drone business, um, nice try, Thomas Baker. The contest is over. He put 7.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, 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 yeah.
seriously, it doesn't hurt. We had hundreds of thousands of drone pilots, FPV and camera pilots.
Oh, we got
Last
another
time the drone
sponsor.
advocacy put out something, remember, Herman?
Uh-huh. Lawrence,
And
we got
and
another
and,
sponsor.
and our our numbers, but they also negated a lot of numbers. For every curse that was
Hmm.
on there, it didn't count. They scratched it off. But for the one people who didn't curse and left, go ahead.
We got another sponsor.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
See, there you go, cursing. We got to exclude that one. No, but seriously though, watch your language and just
Yeah,
you know
yeah, yeah,
just speak like the
definitely.
gentlemen that we all are. You know what I mean? Or and the women and the ladies and gentlemen that we all are.
There you go.
'Cause I know we got a few women watching. If not, Angie's. I hope Angie's not the only one.
Time for our sponsor, right?
Okay, let's get that sponsor in. Nanook. For 10% off on all Nanook products, use Phantom 10. If you need something to protect from gimbals, drones, cameras, just jewelry of any kind, anything you need to protect, Nanook. For 10% off, use Phantom Flight 10. There's a link in the description. Check it out. They make custom cases as well.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah,
Oh, they
check it
make
out.
gun cases too.
Oh yeah, for all your firearms. Yeah, all of that
Yep,
stuff.
yep.
They
Rifle cases,
make a
everything.
case for anything.
Yep.
If they
All
can
you,
climb up in there, they can make a case for it.
all you gotta do is let them know what you need to put in the
I
case.
actually have a custom Mavic 3 case that holds a shitload of battery.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they do custom stuff.
Yeah,
Anyway, welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. Those of you who are new, we hope that you do wind up coming back to. If you're an FPV pilot, we have something called FPV Corner for about 15 minutes from 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to about 6:15, 6:20. And then
it's
the
fun.
rest of the live stream, it's about what's going on in the drone community for camera drone pilots, FPV, whatever. If it's involved, we talk eVTOLs, where this stuff is going, et cetera, and et cetera.
Hmm. Now, you know what, Lawrence?
Yeah.
I see there's a few things happening out there with drones. And, and like I said, the United States, we talked last week about what they wanted to do. We had the video from the Pentagon, was it?
Mm-hmm.
And what they were planning to do with drones. And they've learned a lot from the war in Ukraine because the U.S. and Ukraine is moving to a landmark drone deal.
Yes.
And from what I'm seeing here, as the U.S. and Ukraine are you know, and they're talking over this new partnership that could change the future of these small drones for both countries. And when I say small drones, I mean like something basically like even stripped down as close to some of what you would fly, consider it's called
Right,
FPV.
FPV, yeah.
Because yeah, the United States is looking to invest in Ukraine's growing drone industry in exchange for the purchase of U.S. weapons. Now, if I'm not a fool and understand what I'm hearing, what I
Yeah.
what I'm hearing and seeing is that we're going to be arming drones, and we got a deal brokered here between the
Well,
United
listen.
States and
Well, let's.
what I'd like to know is how does Unusual Machines fit into this, because I know they're also doing that as well.
Yes, yes. No, no. Listen to where we're going with this. For some reason, the United States doesn't want us, but doesn't want hobbyists, and eventually they will push out the Part 107 pilot, or they try their best to do so.
I don't
I
think so.
honestly believe, since the world has been watching Ukraine win this war, basically using drones, kamikaze drones. Um,
The United States is
United,
very
this is
interested.
my opinion only. I believe the United States wants to become the number one arms dealer with drones,
I
and the
believe
only way to
that's true.
and the only way to catch up to technology would be to team up with someone like the Ukraine. Like, for example, the Ukraine has gone through 1 million FPV drones since the war has started. Okay,
Hmm.
and they've gotten a contract with a carbon fiber
Low
company to
cost,
send in frames and screws to put them together, and they have flight controllers that they're building their own flight controllers.
low
All of this,
cost,
the United States wants in on that,
low cost,
and it's very low cost.
and it's
Exactly.
in the bill. It's in the
Yep.
bill. All
Yep.
low cost.
Yep. Yep.
It's in the
And
bill.
it
All
find it
low.
strange that last week the military, the United States Pentagon, put out a video, like Herman said, showing all of the drones that the United States government flies and how we're going to take over the drone industry.
Hmm.
You could proof check all of this stuff. To just search YouTube for Pentagon. What was it? Pentagon drone. What is it?
You don't have the link for it. The meeting, the Pentagon meeting,
No,
hearing.
no, 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 no. Not
Oh, you
that
talking
one.
about the
The Pentagon, the video of the Pentagon showing off their
Oh,
drones.
that was on LinkedIn. I saw that. It's got to be on YouTube, doesn't it? I never looked for it on YouTube. I saw it on LinkedIn. It came to me.
Yeah, I will find that link and I will make sure I have it here for next week's live stream.
Um,
Because
I
it was on LinkedIn. You're right. I'm looking in the wrong area. It was on LinkedIn. In fact, if
hold
no,
on a
that's
second. Let me.
yeah.
Um,
But
I
anything stuff that we talk about,
I
you know
might be
why
able to find it
people really, you guys
if
support
you
us
want.
so
You
much.
wanted to
You
play
can
it.
proof check, you can fact check the stuff that we talk about on this live stream.
You wanted to play it.
If I didn't want to, yeah, I could play it if I could. If I had a link, I'd play it.
I don't. I don't. Let me see if I can actually find it
Right, right, right.
to
Because it
get it.
was on LinkedIn, and I had got it in my feed, or you had forwarded to me.
Um, it should
But
still
anyway, to
be
make a long story
in your
short,
messenger.
no.
Man, it is. I didn't take it out. You have to still scroll through 100 million
Let's see,
messages.
let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Here's one picture. Nope, that's nope, that's not it. Let me go back in time. Give me a second, guys. But the point I'm
Hang
trying to make is
on.
that the fact that the Pentagon
Hold on.
got
Hold
together.
on. Hold on. You're talking about this video.
Hold on, I can't see which one. Yes,
That
yes,
video. I
Yeah.
don't know where that video is right
Okay,
now.
but we had posted this before, and it showed every drone that was on the UAS blue list that was legalized, that the United States said they're going to work with and fly, from Brink to
Mhm.
all these other types of alpha type, all these weird drones. Companies we've done stories on, Herman.
Yeah, I know some of
We
them
want to
we've done.
weaponize them.
Listen, I get it.
FPFO. Yeah,
I get what they want to do. I don't really too much agree with some of it.
true.
I think it's going to be a lot of money spent on stuff that they're going to sell to other people.
Yeah, to see. Yeah, I saw this video,
Their
but
biggest interest and their biggest concern is drone mitigation because they're afraid of that technology coming here.
yeah,
Not only do they want to possess it, but they're afraid of it coming here. And
yes.
the biggest thing with them is that they're afraid that it's already here
Hey,
and
Corey.
could be what's up, man? That it could be one of whomever is flying, whether it be one of us or, when I say one of us and the
Yeah,
people.
that's it. That's it. I
Or,
found it.
you found it? Okay.
Someone in the chat. Someone in the chat put it. This is it. If we got a few seconds, guys, we want you to hear this. So if you don't believe the military wants to become the world's largest armed drones dealer, here's proof from our government. Right? Let me go to share. Wednesday night. There we go. Share. So much for finding that
Full screen?
for us. Full screen now.
We know why we were put here. We were brought here to rebuild the military, match capabilities to the threats of today. So while our adversaries have produced millions of cheap drones, before us, we were mired in bureaucratic red tape. Not anymore. In June, President Trump issued an executive order unleashing American drone dominance to bolster our drone industry and arm our warfighters, because that's what we're all about. So today, I'm rescinding restrictive policies that stifle production, and this will unleash American manufacturing and the ingenuity of our warfighters by doing three key things. First, we're going to bolster the U.S. drone manufacturing base by producing thousands of American-made products, prioritizing Buy American. We'll arm combat units with a variety of low-cost, American-crafted drones, leveraging our world-leading engineers and AI experts. And third, we're going to train as we expect to fight. Senior officers, well, I'll grab this. This is the memo. Senior officers must overcome bureaucratic risk aversion in budgeting, weaponeering, and training. So here's the memo we're signing today, delivered via drones. Here on the front lawn of the Pentagon.
On the front lawn of the Pentagon.
Yep.
With some of our great warfighters flying them. This is the future. We're in the fight. We're in the fight to win it. I'm never going to back down.
Just so
Be
you
careful.
guys.
That thing's only got about a quarter-mile range on it.
It's going to drop out the sky
Don't
right
go too
now.
far. Don't go too far.
Thank you so much for finding that video for us. But I just want to point
Don't go
out
too far. That thing got about a quarter-mile on it.
Well, I just wanted, thanks for putting that video.
Thank you.
I just want to point out that, what did Barkley say? The last major domestic terror attack was committed in Oklahoma City and drone wasn't used. It was a rental rider truck.
Yeah, we know. We know, Barkley. We know. We know.
Barkley.
Because when you want to use the technology, it works.
You get a report. Somebody's got to say it.
Barkley, when you use the technology, it works. When you don't want it to work, you don't want it to work. So you can make excuses for something else. Just to spend more money and move something else out. We understand how it's the same old playbook. I'm surprised that the spine of the book can still bend.
What did BMAX say? And that was $250,000 would probably cost 2,500 if it was produced privately. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, the 7 drones that they showed right there might have hit a total of about $100,000.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying too.
And neither
And,
one of them can fly further than the
and all
Pentagon
of them
lawn,
were lost signal going across the Pentagon.
right?
No, not
You notice they did not show it disappearing into the distance. They stopped it at the end of the grass, and that was
lost
it.
signal.
That's all I'm going to say. I can't.
I'm
I'm
surprised
sorry.
it didn't fall out when he ripped the tag off of it.
Yeah, I thought of it. Yeah, right. Could you imagine? He ripped the tag and the prop, the string get caught in the props and it dropped right next to him.
No, he went throttle up as he ripped the tag.
Yeah, I know, just in case. So it crashes elsewhere off screen. Wait, the fact that the United States right now is making business deals with the Ukraine. That's what the story is about.
Yeah, drones.
They're closer to a landmark deal, and President Zelensky and President Trump were hashing out the details as of late.
Hold on a second. It's drones for weapons. Now let's make this make sense. We're talking about moving shit into the United States to make manufacturing in the United States. But you want to buy drones, or you want to get drones manufactured by the Ukrainians because it's cheap.
But you can sell them really expensively.
Sell them weapons.
Yeah.
Get ahead with your idea. Let's move on. I'm tired of that shit.
I have no idea, RJ.
I am quite sure that we got.
Good morning, Rob and Sue over in Australia.
Good morning. How you doing? Lawrence, I got a message from Jim.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got a message for you guys.
A message from Jim.
Pay close attention.
My own little personal transportable shiatsu massager. Kind of neat. Got a little heat. It just feels like it's just grabbing me. I think maybe I'll try it somewhere else.
I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know.
Gotta know about Jim sometimes, man. I really don't.
I know. Jim Beauchard, he's the man, though.
But you know what we do have coming up next, Lawrence? On the scene.
What's that?
Lipo battery maintenance.
Yes.
There was an incident I heard the other day of a gentleman who was charging some lipo batteries, burn his whole damn house down.
Yes.
So Lawrence wanted to talk to us about lipo batteries.
Yeah.
There we go.
For you guys out there that fly FPV, pay attention to this. All of those batteries that you see there could burn down a house. If you don't use a fireproof bag like the one in the center of the screen, and or a voltage regulator like on the right side of the screen there below that charger, guys, you have to get one. It is imperative. Any one of these batteries here can burn your home down completely. They don't go out when you throw water on them. So as a public service announcement, make sure all your cells, if you have a 6 cell and you have a charger that reads the voltage, please make sure that all 6 cells are working within a 2 to 3 digit operating number. So if the number is 0, it can go 1 or 2 up or 1 or 2 down, even as far as 3 off. But any more than that, and then you may have a bad cell, and I suggest you dispose of the battery properly. That's your public service announcement. Get those fireproof lipos. Do not leave them unattended, because that's what this dude did. He left it unattended. He left the room. He left the house. No, he left the house. And when he came, his house was in cinders. Public service announcement. These batteries here, I have all the sizes. All it takes is one battery to catch on fire or a cell to explode. And they do not go out, Herman. Do you
Yeah, I
have to
know.
let them burn up?
I've seen at
Mhm.
the field where a couple of guys I know were flying. They've all a lot of the guys that fly these planes and stuff like that. They fly the hell out of them
It's a
batteries.
three. RJ says how many point difference on the voltage?
Look like cookie
Okay,
dough.
it's three. It's honestly three, but I say 2 to 3. In other words, if one says 2.7 volts and one cell says 2.8, 2.9, 2.10 is pushing it. But or 2 to 3 below that 2.7 volts, that's normal. If in fact the best way to charge it, I charge mine fast because I sit there and I watch them. Use balance charging. Now, if your balance plug is broken like this one here, you see how the wire's hanging right there? You can buy these clips to repair them. That's the proper way because each one of this is a 6 cell. Each one of these wires that goes in there, I can tell what the voltage on each and every one. I charge this battery separately. I
Okay.
don't put it on fast or anything. I don't plug it in because the readings would be off. Um, one last tip. When you're charging your batteries, feel them. Your batteries should not be getting hot when you're charging them. If they are, you're charging them too fast. They should be room temperature or cool to touch. If you're charging one of these batteries up and it's starting to get hot, unplug that bitch and take it outside.
That's the first indication that there's a problem.
Yes, yes. And that's your public service announcement from those guys.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun.
Now, it's almost that time, Lawrence.
It's time for the wrap up, right?
Well, I guess. I mean, is there anything else you want to say to the nice people out there in wonderful drone world? Who are watching? You got
No, no,
21 people, 22 people watching.
that was my
You
public
got
service
22
announcement.
people watching and 18. Wow. I guess they
Yeah,
didn't like
see,
it.
people are putting experiences in it. And someone said, oh, well, it's true. You can put old lipos in salt water before disposal to neutralize them, but you have to make sure they're fully discharged. I have seen people drop them in the water and they pop really quick for a second. But
Mhm.
Barkley says Max 420 charged his lipo in his car, went for a hike, and came back to see his fire department extinguishing his destroyed car. Someone else says
Wow.
someone put a lipo in a bag in the freezer and it blew the
Mhm.
door off. Yeah, they're very volatile.
You
Very
know what?
volatile.
I've seen them burn at the field, and they just burn and burn and burn and
The
burn
problem, the chemical inside, Herman, I'll explain that.
until it's
What
gone. I've
happens
seen it.
with the
I see
lipo
how it
is
works.
these things are vacuum and squeeze packed tight for chemical reaction. That's how they charge them. Once this chemical inside touches oxygen, it's like napalm. Napalm is a gel. It does not go out unless oxygen is gone. As long
You
as
see that
oxygen is hitting it
battery?
or that chemical is there, it's
You
going to stay lit.
see that battery you have in your hand?
Yeah.
You have to see the batteries that are owned by the guys who fly some of these
The points,
the planes.
the big
They
ones. Like,
use them to they are garbage.
yeah, the
Some of them look
bricks.
like some of them look like cookie dough. They're beaten that bad and rounded out those batteries.
Some FPV pilots do that as well.
I seen a guy's battery just burn and burn and burn right there.
Yeah. And
Wow.
show it, believe it or not, yes, BMAC, a teacher showing the students how volatile a LiPo battery is would be a great example because he'd have to do it outside, first of all, because of the gases. You can't breathe the gases from those things either. But that would be a good thing to show. And now, do I suggest taking one of these batteries and going and stabbing it and throwing it in a metal pot to see what it does? No. But under controlled circumstances, that would be great. Don't you think, Herman?
Um, I would do it
In
with one
science class? Yeah,
old,
hell yeah. In
old
science?
in the dirt because the
Okay.
dirt's not going to burn.
True. That's true. Dig a hole and throw it in there.
You know what I
But
mean?
That was our public service announcement only because too many people have very little very little lipo maintenance.
And some of that stuff actually
Okay,
does
RJ.
even your smart batteries, like what you find with DJI, that to keep
Hmm.
the same habits of watching your batteries charge. Now, I don't say sit there and watch it, but you know,
Keep
be
them
aware
close.
that it's charging. When I say be aware that it's charging, meaning like with your DJI batteries or whatever,
Well, there's
because
another hint. You
those
see this
batteries take
battery?
time to charge.
You see this battery right here? You see how it's peeled apart? That's a hint that the actual packaging has been compromised. Can I
Mhm.
still charge it? Yes, because it's not squeezable. But you hear rattling noise like this when the plastic's popping,
Uh-huh.
believe it or not. And that's exactly what happened. This battery got charged, it blew a hole in the plastic to protect the plastic.
Wow.
Yeah. So be careful. Be very careful, please.
Well, Lawrence, what I want to say is this. We talked about a lot tonight, the Department of Commerce and what they did. We mentioned that also last week. We also
Mm-hmm.
talked about Homeland Security, and they both actually, from what I'm looking at, is that no one wants this new bill. Was it 3334 to pass?
Yeah.
That's now going to start having, I guess, state police. I guess I know that it's the Capitol Police to be able to use drone mitigation. Drone mitigation, I believe, is coming, and it's going to be probably handed down to more agencies. I'm hoping not. I really hope not, because
I don't, yeah.
because with that it comes a lot more training and being able to and understand what they're actually seeing before destroying someone else's property. On the other side, I believe that we're going to be able to continue to get our DJI drones or be able to purchase them. So make that clear. Be able to purchase them. Once
Mm-hmm.
everything is cleared up as far as whatever customs, well, I believe you'd probably still be able to purchase them, just not at the prices that we're used to paying for them. I believe that
Agreed.
why they went with this act was to be able to impose the tariffs and to bring the pricing more comparable to its competition from the United States, because this act that they brought against that they put against DJI to say this is an economical thing, is whether or not it jeopardizes the economics of another company or the United States. So
Mm-hmm.
with this company, with other company, I don't know whether the company produces those type of drones here in the United States. I mean, maybe I'm not, maybe I'm ignorant to this, but if anybody in the chat could help me out, is the American company that's doing the same type of drones that DJI is producing? If you know it, could you help me out with that? I'm kind of ignorant to it, but yeah, that is what they're saying. So what I guess what they'll do is, I guess if what Skydio was like $10,000, then I guess maybe the Mavic 3 or Mavic 4, whatever Mavic series is out at the time, will be comparable to that price. So I don't see what happens. I don't know what kind of prices they're going to put on the drone of choice, the Mini, but there are other drones out there that are not getting heat, that are also not um, American made drones, or they are, some of them are Chinese made drones, some of them made in Malaysia by Chinese or Taiwanese companies, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Um, I don't, and listen, fly what you got, take care of what you have.
Yeah.
You understand? Take very good care of what you have, because the value of what you have is going to go up. And at this point in time, things is hard to get. Things are very scarce, even on some of these online stores. So what I'm saying to you is that, you know, Protect your investments. Let's cut down on the craziness that's going on out there if you're one of the guys that's doing it. I'm
You
not
see what
pointing.
Draymond put before we get out of here? Hey,
What,
Dre, the
uh,
ignorance is people thinking there's some alternative company out there on the same level as DJI, and we all know there's not.
well, we know that. I honestly, and to say one other thing, I really believe that that the United States. Listen, if you can build a freaking Reaper, you can build a drone that can equal DJI.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Whether or not the incentive is there is the next thing. Because I've seen what was in the bill and I've seen what was allocated for drone manufacturing, and that ain't in
Hmm. It's that
there.
time,
That ain't
Herman.
in. So, with that being said, anything else, Lawrence? You want to say?
No, I pretty much typed in the chat. Thank you all for your continued support. Till next week, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be safe, fly safer. Good night, all. Thank you again for your continued support. We'll
And
try to keep it informative for you guys every week as best we can, because you
and with
can't
that,
talk about DJI all the time.
I will tell you guys once again: protect yourself, protect your hobby.
I love those guys.
I love you too, but protect yourself, protect your hobby. Good night, everyone.
Pretty much.
I'm one of your